Okay, this is the video giving you more specific directions on how to start analyzing a pivotal passage. Pivotal means it's an important passage in the text. For this first practice, I am asking you to find a passage that you think is important from somewhere in chapters 1 through 9, which is where we are right now. So pay attention a little bit to these next. There's lots of directions, so I will speak as slowly as I can and concisely so you get this. Read through these slides. The slides will be in the folder as well as this video. Make sure you have these things available. Have that paper copy of the literary elements that I have available in class. They also are online. There's also a PowerPoint of these literary elements in the folder to give you more examples or definition if you need it. Have a blank copy of the analysis sheet. There's also a shortened version of that in your unit packet. The example that I'm going to talk through is also in your packet if you want to look at that. Obviously have your book available, and remember, you can do this first practice with a partner if you want to, if that helps. So again, this is the example that you have in your packet. Remember, you will do this for one passage from a page of text, anywhere from chapters 1 through 9. Again, one passage. I'm going to repeat that because I don't want a random simile on page 44 and some figurative language on page 78. Keep them in the same passage. I don't want pivotal elements, I want a pivotal passage, okay? So the way that the example kind of brainstorming sheet is set up is 3 columns. The first is the what column, then the how column, and the so what. The what column is the text. Quote the text there. So copy exactly the sentence that has, or the phrase that has the literary element in it, and include the page number so I can find it. In the second column, how is it an example of that literary element? Like, what is it? So there you say what the literary element is and describe it, explain it. Don't just say it's imagery. Don't just say it's a simile. Tell me what is being compared. And then finally, the hardest, higher level column is the so what column. So what about that? How does that add to the meaning of what Achebe is trying to show us or teach us? Or why is that element's use in the passage significant? Why is this part of a, what you are saying, pivotal passage? So as you go across one at the top there as an example, you have a quote about the drums beating, persistent, unchanging, throbbing in the air, in the sunshine, and in the trees. That's an example of imagery. That is language that appeals to our senses. The drums are beating, so that's appealing to something we could hear and feel. The air and the sunshine are things that a person could feel, so that's appealing to our senses. Achebe, in the last column, uses imagery to emphasize the sounds one would hear and the feel of the warm sun and fresh air to help them feel like they're there. Remember, think about what Achebe's trying to do. He wants us to appreciate and understand their cultures and their traditions, as opposed to what some views of that culture and that community were from other people who were not a part of it. So he's trying to build in this scene something positive for people and kind of experience it from their perspective, but also understand it. So that's the higher level thoughts that you are bringing to it. So a little bit more, again, reminding you, pick your passage with your partner if you want, anywhere from chapters 1 through 9. Let me know where that's at. The first column is your quote from the page. The what, the text. How, what literary element, and briefly explain it. Don't forget it. You're trying to get two in one passage. You don't need more than that. And then think of so what. So what about it? That last column is your best understanding of why those elements were used. Remember, this is practice for your mid-unit summative and the final. For now, in this practice, you're just completing kind of that chart, that brainstorming, if you will. You're going to choose that passage of text yourself, and you're going to fill in the brainstorming. Later, on the summative work and the mid-unit work, you'll be on your own completely. I'm going to give you a couple of pivotal passages, and you'll have the opportunity to do the brainstorming, but your response will be a full paragraph. So I have a couple of examples in the folder, and also the grading rubric, so you could check that out to see where you are headed. But right now, let's just see if you smart scholars can get your head around finding them and finding why they're important, and have a partner help you if you want on this practice. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.